To God, I give you up. Oh. Yes, sir. I'm an addict named Ron. Hey, Ron. And I'm here by God's grace and God's mercy. Right. I'm grateful to the Steppin into Recovery group or Narcotics Anonymous for asking me to come down from the greater New Brunswick area to share my experience, strength, and hope on More Will Be Revealed. More Will Be Revealed is not a topic that necessarily talks about the glorious days of yesteryear. More Will Be Revealed wants me to talk about how I'm living, and contrary to some opinions in NA, More Will Be Revealed tells me that I should also talk about my dreams. My dreams. You know, literature tells us that the dreams have come back, that we've been restored. Check it out. Dreams that we gave up long ago can now become realities. And check it out, that doesn't come from the steps, it comes from the traditions. It comes from tradition 7. And more will be revealed. You told me to come and share on this topic. And more will be revealed. It tells me about dreams. Oh. Read the chapter. Yeah. Read the chapter. I just read it. Talks about dreams in several different places, and it works how and why it talks about dreams in this literature. And I've been reluctant today, because NA seems to have a lot of internal controversy. It bothers me. The controversy, I hear controversy about should I or should I not use the book. I hear things like, he's just a basic text quota. It's almost like damned if you do, damned if you don't. You told me, right? What you told me is you told me for our group purpose, there's but one ultimate authority, a loving God, as he may express himself in our group conscience. We'll leave off the other part, because I'm not talking about the leaders. I'm not talking about we lead by example. I'm not talking about the leaders. I'm talking about a loving God, as he may express himself in our group conscience. Now, everything that I know in Narcotics Anonymous tells me that in our service structure, then we have committees, literature, awareness subcommittee, literature subcommittee. What do you say? A rose by any other name is still a rose. All right? And we pray in the most prayerful form, right? That God, we invite God through prayer. Prayers in this program. Read the 11th step. Prayers in this program. We invite God into our subcommittees. Check it out. It is not with the serenity prayer. You know how we invite God in? We invite God in through our personal recovery. What do you mean, Ron? Check it out. What the hell are you talking about. Check it out. Narcotics Anonymous, I'm reading from Moral Be Revealed. Narcotics Anonymous offers only one promise, and that is freedom from active addiction. The solution, check it out, listen to the language. The solution that eluded us, it escaped me for so long. We will be freed from our self-made prisons. So why do you read that, Ron? I mean, why do you talk about that? Because now I take you, yes, I use the literature. But guess why? Because I respect God. So I go to the literature. I ain't done with this shit. Our higher power will take care of our spiritual direction. But we need to participate in our own lives. We can't simply sit back and expect God to do everything. We are responsible for our recovery. So what do you mean? What do you mean? Yes, we are offered one thing, freedom from active addiction. That tells me that based on, check it out, either I suffer the pain of withdrawal. What do you mean? The pain of withdrawal from the lifestyle, not from the doogie. By the time I'm in the third step, it ain't about the doogie no more. It's the pain of withdrawal from the lifestyle. Or I suffer the eternal chronic pain of using. All right? So now, what do you mean change the lifestyle? What do you mean by that? You know, we're talking about that I need to, check it out, either I can do the right thing, right? The right thing, and then leave the spiritual consequences to God, or I can do the wrong thing and leave the spiritual consequences to God. All right? So now, how do I invite God in to the business meeting? How do I invite God into the subcommittee? Huh? I invite God in by working on my personal recovery. Work on my personal recovery. Somebody asked me, they said, Ron, as if I'm Guru Bawa. And I'm not Guru Bawa. I'm an addict suffering from the disease of addiction who on any given day has not a slip. We don't slip in here. Huh? We don't slip in here. On any given day I might have a relapse with my 7th step. You understand? But check it out. How by continuing to take personal inventory, all right, that kind of stuff doesn't happen an awful lot. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? So check it out. Check it out. It's what God has given me. This is what it is. The success of the group conscience process depends on our willingness as individuals to seek guidance from a higher power on a personal level. Well, check it out. We then bring that willingness into the group setting. So the newcomer, when he asked me, mistakenly taking me for Guru Bawa, because I'm not. I'm just a sick and suffering addict on any given day who might relapse on his 7th step. I told him, no, you don't need to write on the traditions. What you need to do is work on your steps, man. You need to write on your steps because as you develop as an individual, what you bring to your group and your business meeting is your health and your wellness, your beauty, your glamour. If you crazy, freaky-deaky, then what you bring to your business meeting is being clean and crazy and freaky-deaky. All right? It's as simple as that. So I get tired of having the arguments. So God gives us IP number 1. Huh? IP number 2. Huh? IP number 12. IP number 23. Staying clean on the outside. You understand? A pamphlet that has helped me to stay out here. All right? No more jail time. No more prison time. Just for the day. God has given us this literature, a loving God, as he may express himself in our group content. So, check it out. I will assert that if you have a problem with our literature, that you have a problem with God. If you have a problem with God, I'm going to suggest that you keep coming back. I use the literature. I take direction in developing the concept of God as we understand him. It's a project that we can undertake. It's directed us in this program to find a God as we understand him. That's what it's telling. And guess what? When we start to have that pain, that kind of pain that can't nothing help me with. Now, what do we mean by that? Have you ever been seriously ill? See, look at this. Look at this. I am ill. I am ill. Now, this is a physical illness. Have you ever been spiritually ill, physically ill, mentally ill? Huh? Now, I was mentally ill. I just ain't been physically. I was mentally ill. Anytime you run into a bank with your finger in your pocket, mentally ill, man. Couldn't bust a grape. This thing is deep, y'all. This thing is very, very deep. It's telling me I need to get with God. You know what I'm going to check this out. I need to share this. I'm getting uncomfortable. I'm getting uncomfortable in NA. Now, I also need to tell you, I'm not here trying to tell you that secretly I've got someplace else to go. No, I don't. I'm telling you I don't have any place else to go. I'm telling you I don't. Not for this disease of addiction. I don't have anybody else to turn to. But yet you keep saying you talk too much about God. How can you talk too much about God? The nerve of you. The nerve of you. If you haven't found God, if you don't know what that's about, keep coming back. The nerve of you. You talk too much about God. We sought through what? Prayer. Prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with who? God. Praying only for knowledge of his will for us and the power to carry that out. You understand? It's about praying to God to improve this thing. I need help. I need help. Let me tell you what. When you get to the ill state, let me tell you what. Your sponsor is not going to be able to walk you through that one. That's right. Your sponsor can support you. You understand? Well, you got to go to God. You got to go to God. I'm talking about when there ain't nobody else can take your pain. Can't nobody. They just don't understand. You understand? You know, you hear it all the time. People say, I know what you're going through. I know what you're feeling. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't know. You might have share your experience and allow me to identify. You know? So I don't know. I'm getting pushed away. You ain't pushing me. I'm not saying you pushing me. The spirit that is happening in here is pushing me. It's pushing me. And I keep asking myself, well, what? Where will I go? What would I do? This is my home. You understand? It's my home. Yes, this program is about improving my conscious contact with God. It's what it tells me. It's what I do. So I've been doing that. And I've been doing a pretty good job of it. And now I'm feeling uncomfortable. I'm feeling very uncomfortable. You know, I'm tired of hearing about the drugalogs. Drugalogs, 6 and 7, 8 years clean, living in yesterday. You understand? Huh? I need to know how to live, man. Help me to live. I want to live. I don't want to live like that no more, man. You know, listen to the tapes. I'm not going to take you through what I used to do. You know, I did horrible stuff. You understand? Dereliction, degradation, bum, thief, liar, cheat, vandal. You know, I don't want to do that anymore. I know how to do it. I know how to talk about, yeah, I shot this, I shot that, I stuck this stuff, I stuck that. How am I living today? How am I living today? This program is about reducing harm. You want to know what's been revealed to me? This is what's been revealed to me. All right? You come here to tell me to report to you. This is what's been revealed. I'm supposed to stop hurting people. You understand? This program is not about coming in here and coming in and continuing the pain. Now, some of us, somewhere in the transition to getting to God, we do some injury. But let me tell you what. Once you know, once you found the truth, all right? Once you found the truth, let me tell you what. When you keep doing that business that you're doing, you're dealing with the dark side. You understand what I'm talking about? The dark side. You think jails, institutions, and death is bad. Huh? You try spiritual jails, institutions, and death. You know? You try that. You try spiritual dereliction, spiritual degradation, spiritual voids, spiritual vacuums. You're talking about not, check it out, not being fully dead, but not being alive. I'm tired of playing. I'm tired. Know what I'm doing? I'm recruiting. I'm asking some people to join me. I'm asking you to come on. Let's find this truth. Right? Let's seek the truth. And when we find the truth, after seeking the truth, live the truth. Help me to live it. I need help because I can't stay on this path by myself. I'm just a human. I can't stand by myself. I need your help. You know? So you want to know what's more be revealed. This is what's happening with me. You know, I'm starting to feel like a freak. You're some kind of a freak. You know? It is not about yes, it is. It's Narcotics Anonymous. But you told me that drugs were only the most obvious symptom of my disease. And guess what? You didn't tell me that. It is just too spiritual for you to say that, man. That comes from a loving God, as he may express himself in our group conscience. There's some stuff in this literature that I could not tell you. I could not possibly tell you this, you know, and you couldn't tell me everything that I've read here. And no, I've checked this out. I am not reading this book and parroting this book. Guess what I'm doing? I'm living my life, living the program the best I can on a spiritual basis. Then I go to the text. Where did I read something that would affirm what it is I'm doing? Something that would tell me that I'm on the right path. You understand what I'm saying? You know, because left to my own thinking, right? What do you mean? What's wrong with your thinking, Ron? The book's already open to the page. Huh? We can, check it out. We can also use the steps to improve our attitudes. Our best thinking got us into trouble. You know? So, what's been revealed to me is that I'm sort of in a spiritual dilemma. Spiritual dilemma. I've been asking myself, should I stay? Should I stay? Now, you want to know my willingness. I want to stay. And I'm not talking about leaving here and going any place else. But check it out. If I don't come here, I'm isolating. I don't need to isolate. I don't need to be left in my own head. I need support. You know how we fling these phrases around. He's a spiritual warrior. But I need, if you are a spiritual warrior, I need to know share about it. You understand? Talk about it. Let me know. I want to thank that brother Pat that sat in this chair before me. Because he talked about God. We're not talking religion here. We're talking about the 92 times that God. The 92 times that God is mentioned in the basic text. Between the first page and the 103rd page. That God. I'm not going to any extraneous. What does that mean? Outside God. I'm talking about God as you and our understanding. All right? And that doesn't exclude you from having, check it out, doesn't exclude you from having your own place of worship. Doesn't exclude us from being able to be religious people. We just don't bring it in here. You understand? Check this out. Right? There's a whole lot that we can do in Narcotics Anonymous. Check this out. Huh? Talking about our families. We can enjoy our families in a new way and become a credit to them instead of an embarrassment or a burden. Huh? They can be proud of us today. Our individual interests can broaden to include social or even political issues. Doesn't mean you can't be. Check it out, I got a friend in Hartford, Connecticut. You might know him. Hartford, Connecticut, running for city council. But he's not running for city council as such and such P. He got a whole name and he got a life. You understand what I'm saying? You know? It's saying we're not, check it out, man. Don't be afraid to live. Don't be afraid to live. You know, check this out. Hobbies. We can actually have hobbies. You understand? Hobbies hobbies and recreation give us a new pleasure. Why? Why do I need hobbies and recreation? Why do I need that? In Who's the Addict, right? Who's that? First chapter 1 in the basic text, right? What does it say? It say, wait a minute, here we go. Who's the Addict? I know it's here. What I want to do is read it to you, so I can take you to the other part of this thing. I don't want anybody to think I'm lying either. Living skills, right? We're reduced to the animal level. All right, living skills. Okay, chapter 1. Okay, yeah, good hit, Ron. All right, good hit. All right, but yeah, you just had that was convenient for you. You found it. So you go back to the 10th chapter. Now we went through chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7, chapter 8. Wow, chapter 9 just for the day. Living the program. I'm living it now. Yeah. Right? And then we get to chapter 10. Guess what it says again? Living skills were reduced to the animal level. That means that we need to involve ourselves with some things that are going to help our living skills. Going to help our social skills. You understand? You know it's a negative social skill to get up on a Sunday morning and rip off your mother's VCR. It's a negative social skill. I'm not going to live in yesteryear with that. Right. So, I have a right to do some of these things. I have a right. Check it out. I have a right to talk about. Whatever I need to talk about in NA. This has been revealed to me. You got something that's bothering you, talk about it. So old timer might know what they said? Do what you got to do, but for God's sake, talk about it. You understand? Well, what do you mean? What are you talking about here, Ron? What do you mean? What about speaking in a recovery gathering? This is a recovery gathering? It's a Narcotics Anonymous event. Huh? Does the 10th tradition tell us that as individual recovering addicts, we must not talk in AA meetings about the challenges we face? I'm reading from the literature. I'm reading from the words that God gave us. No, it does not. While a particular problem may be an outside issue, its effect on our recovery is not. Everything affecting a recovering addict's life is material for sharing. If a problem we are having impacts on our ability to stay clean, if you can't stay clean, you better talk about what you need to talk about. Talk about it, man. Talk about it. Don't let them shut you up. The only requirement for membership in this fellowship is a desire to stop using. It's not an outside issue. So I'm sharing some things. What has been revealed to me since being in Narcotics Anonymous. You told me things that after I had a spiritual awakening, that it would be my responsibility to carry the message to the addict and to practice these principles in all my affairs. Two-part step, man. Yes, my responsibility to carry the message to the addict who still suffers. That impacts on that decision thing I told you I was going through here. I can't carry the message if I don't show up. You understand what I mean? I can't do it that way. And I have made a commitment. I have made a commitment to this fellowship to do this. And I don't take my commitments lightly. Sounds like I might not be going anywhere. I've made a commitment. Sometimes we think that the only requirement for membership, you talked about it, tell them to take it further. Only because I love you, and they squished you in a half an hour. Half hour hit. 5 minutes per tradition. Oh, boy. So long as we have a desire to stop using, we are free to make the decision to join Narcotics Anonymous. Okay, yeah. Tell me something I don't know. Then once we've made that decision, we need to follow it with a commitment to the principles of NA. Well, No, it's telling me it requires a little bit more than just saying, yeah, I'm a member. How does your membership manifest itself, pal? You a member? Are you practicing principles? What principles are you talking about? What do you mean, Ron? Thank God for the book. What do you mean, Ron? Until we took step one, let's start at the beginning, right? Until we took step one, we were full of fear and doubt. Fear and doubt. At this point, many of us felt lost and confused. We felt different, like freaks. Upon working this step, we affirmed our surrender to the principles of NA. That means when I say I'm a member, when I really, August the 14th, 1989, or I came to NA 10 years ago, but I didn't have no commitment. No, what I did, I came and I used. That is the process for a lot of us. I came and I used. That is the process for a lot of us. Thank God to what God given us in the tradition that you are rendered powerless by the third tradition. And you can't come with your judgment stuff. You understand what I'm saying? But on August the 14th, 1989, I made a commitment. I made a commitment to the principles of this program. My commitment was to work these steps to try to become the best human being I could possibly become. That's what it tells me. More be revealed. It tells me all about being a human being. Have you read the chapter? Tell us about being a human being. You know, if you want what we have to offer, and you're willing to make the effort to get it, then you're ready to take certain steps. These are the principles that make our recovery possible. Okay, so I'm trying to tie this stuff together here. All right? That means I need to be practicing principles. If I say, yes, I'm a member. When you say you're a member, I'm looking for you to be practicing principles. Or if you can't do it, check it out. We don't come in here would say with honesty, open-mindedness, and I'm a member. I know what our literature says. Guess what? But check it out. Make an effort. Having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to addicts. We don't carry it. We tried to carry this message to addicts and to practice these principles in all our affairs. So we try. Make an effort. God is not codependent. God don't go to 99. God won't do nothing for me that I can do for myself. Oh, it ain't cliche. Nothing original. I need your help. God knows I need your help. See, I'm talking about obedience. I'm talking about developing the best relationship I can to God of my understanding. Why am I doing that? Is this some extra journey you're on here? Is this like extracurricular NA stuff? No, it's not extracurricular. It is the direct direction that you gave me. You gave me the direction. You told me, right? You told me. Check it out. You said we humbly asked him. Ask. How do you ask God? How do you ask God, man? And it tells me that any form of communication with our higher power is prayer. So anytime that I'm asking God, I'm now praying. In the previous steps, it talked about ownership in the fifth step. That's why I brought you in. That's why I wasn't just God. Because in the first step, I admitted I was powerless over my addiction, right? And you know how we do it. Say we're grateful for manipulating the truth. All right, so in the fifth step, God put an obstacle. God put an obstacle that either I will be humble or I will get humiliated. Humiliation is a motivating force too now. All right? So God put you. He said, admit to me and to another human being. After you admit to yourself, but I want you to admit to another human being. You talk to the brother here with the green hat and the green sweater. You tell him the exact nature of your wrong. You tell him the exact nature of wrong. You tell him the exact nature of wrong. You do this so that when you fall short, then you're getting ready to sound good and arrogant. You know what I mean? Good and arrogant. Because when you we say, wah, 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 wah. From that humiliation, that's humiliating, man. All right? So what I find out, right? Check it out. What does it say? Listen, am I wrong? The first sentence in one of our steps says, why ask for something before you're ready for it? What step, fellas, is that? 6th step, man. I ain't going to the book on that. I'm living it. Why ask for something? No, they're not talking about the 6th step. They're talking about the 7th step. Huh? They give us a glimpse. Why? In the 7th step we ask, the 6th step we ain't asking nothing. All we doing is we were entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character, right? What's my state of readiness? How do I know I'm ready to go to war? How do I know? I think they're going to take me to war now? Look at this. Now, look, 25 pounds of love handles. No. I got to get ready. Don't you do that, David. Yeah. I got to get ready for war. I got to exercise. I got to work out. I got to go to the rifle range. I got to go to the hand-to-hand combat range. All this kind of stuff. Then I'm ready. So that means it's the same thing in the 6th step. How do I get ready? Check. Know what getting ready is? It's when I'm telling God, I'm doing the best I can. Let's keep this thing simple. We complicate it too much. God, I'm doing the best I can. Well, we don't say that to God. We show God. What do we mean? We stop the behavior that we have the power to stop. We're not so pathetic and pitiful that I can't stop this. I can't. Oh, God, please help. Just stop it. Stop the behavior, man. Cut out the... Almost relapse on language, man. The 7th step, man. Check it out. Our disease is one of attitudes. Check it out. Ideas, attitudes, and behavior. All right? How I think, ideas. How I feel about what I think. All right? That's attitudes. And what I do, how I act on what I think and how I feel about it. Ideas, attitudes, and behaviors. All right? So really, I'm now trying to check it out. I'm trying to check in the 6th step. Here's a give a hit for you. I'm trying to check that idea and the attitude. All right? That's the 6th step thing. All right? And I check the behavior that I have the ability to check. All right? The 7th step, man, is not about my ideas and my attitude. The 7th step is an emergency step. It's a life raft. The ship is going down. The ship is sinking. God, please help me. God, please help me. Well, what do I mean by that? Ron, what gives you the authority to say this? I mean, how do you say something like that, Ron? Huh? Whenever we confront. Whenever. Jimmy talked about whenever and wherever. Whenever. We're talking about time, right, Jimmy? Time. Whenever, anytime that we confront a difficulty that we do not think we can handle. How do I know I can't handle it? Have I tried working on it? Have I done anything? Or have I sat back waiting for God to do everything for me? You understand? So no, I've tried. I've been on a point of humility. What do you mean? I've been in front of you, sharing. And I don't look so good. My image ain't so hot. All right? Man, that guy thought this guy was a spiritual giant. I don't care what you think. I need help. And I share on it. You know, and God says he's talked to a sponsor. He's talked to the home group. He's talked to meetings he went to about it. The man has stopped this. He stopped this. But he can't stop that one thing that he's doing. And now he's praying. Through asking me to humbly remove his shortcomings. That means that God, in the word God, if God knows that we do it with humility, God will not embarrass us. God will not embarrass us. You understand? So God says he is entirely ready. He's shown me. He's in shape now. You know? And God helps. God has helped me with that, y'all. You told me to come and reveal to you what has happened. You know? No extra relationships. None. I got married 2 years ago in Baltimore City in Druid Hill Park. No fanfare. 8 people. Jean jacket and jean pants and sneakers. No fanfare. Because when I got married, I had first worked on checking the woman behavior. Checking it. What do you mean checking it? How could I be in a God-centered program? A program that talks about love, gratitude, faith, humility, compassion, surrender, understanding, forgiveness, and at the same time I'm hurting another human being. Don't you think for a minute that when you step out on your woman or your wife, don't you think for a minute that you're not hurting a bunch of people? You're hurting you because you're stunning your growth. You're hurting the wife or the girlfriend. You're hurting the other woman. All right? You're probably hurting your job because you're not kicking out no more. Huh? If you gave at the office, you might not be able to give it home. These are some of my findings. This is a harm reduction program. I'm looking for people who want to reduce the harm, not just in NA, but want to reduce the harm across the board, across the table. If you want to reduce the harm, please help me. Share on your harm reduction efforts. All right? I'm not telling you got to call me up. I'm not that important. I just need the message. I need to know, and I hear this from some people. I don't hear enough of it. I don't hear how you love your wife. Do you love her? Share about it, man. Or is it a reservation? That maybe if you don't share about your wife or your girlfriend, that maybe some cutie on duty. Look, I ain't gonna, check it out, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna tell her I ain't talking about that. I'm gonna keep some, check it out, I'm gonna take you back. I'm gonna keep some shade on that. Yeah, man. I'm dating myself. You know? It's about stopping the harm, y'all. It's about stopping the harm. Now, I'm not talking about perfection. I'm not, and listen, I know about these defects. I know about the self. It's what I call the self. All right? The self, man, has been running on its own juice for so long. Through the getting and using and finding ways and means to get more, I've practiced this behavior, this defective behavior. I've practiced it for so long. All right, that it's not going to abracadabra go away, and I'm not going to go through this without making some mistakes, but I got to try. I got to try. Check it out. Recovery is not an easy process. Let me tell you what's easier. Using is easier. You stick around here long enough, it's easier to use than to stay clean. Because when you stay clean, you got to continuously surrender. Surrender more. That's where the expression comes from. When one door closes, another door opens. It requires more. The disease of addiction required more. The disease said more. That's not enough. More. And that could be with anything. Huh? That could be with anything now. Don't make me go to the book. Well, let me go. I gotta go to the book here. Check this out, man. Wait a minute. This is deep. Huh? Obsession, that fixed idea that takes us back. Time and time again. Time and time again, y'all. Time and time again. You don't get that many time and time agains in your first year. All right? I'm talking about time and time again. No matter how much time you got. And I'm not going to ask for any voluntary admissions. I happen to know. Because those of you who have had problems in that area, share on it. All right? Time and time again to our particular drug or some substitute to check it out, yeah, to recapture the ease and comfort we once knew. Now let me tell you where we run the risk here. We run the risk of falling into what it says in the 6th step, that there's a certain distorted security in familiar pain. I know how to medicate the vacuum. I know how to medicate the void. Yes, I know it won't work till next week, but I know it'll work tonight. And then tomorrow morning, I got to live with me. I got to live with me. You can't run from you. Know what it takes to run from you? More doogie, more crack, more wine, more reefer, more whatever. You understand? We are people who use things, use substances. And this goes for cars, homes, clothes. We use. I got to use this and take this and stuff it in me. I got to take this and stuff it in me. And when it wears off, I got to get some more and stuff it in me. And keep using and using and using. It's no different. It's because drugs were only the most obvious symptom of our disease. Now, let me tell you what. What I found out, and I'm taking another risk, and then, God, sometimes I get scared, y'all. The reason that we don't go where we're supposed to go, when we're supposed to go, aside from the fact that we got off a schedule with God years and years and years ago. Off schedule. There is a schedule. There's a schedule for each and every one of us. A schedule, man. You don't think we just kind of haphazardly living, flip-flopping around like fish out of water. No, there's a schedule. We got over that schedule. Self-will took us over that schedule. Materialism took us over that schedule. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm going to share some things. What I found out, then we don't go where we're supposed to go, when we're supposed to go. One thing holds us back. One thing. This is my finding. Fear. Fear. Fear holds us back. Fear holds us back. More will be revealed. Living just for the day. We have no way of knowing what will happen to us. So I don't want to live just for the day. I want to live in yesteryear. I want to live in yesterday. Check it out. I want to live in yesterday's thighs. I want to live in yesterday's dope and coke. I want to live in a job yesterday. It's time for you to get out of that job. It's time for you to have faith that God will take care of you. Why am I talking all of this? Because I fed into my findings. I'm supposed to report my findings. They may not be appropriate to you right now. You keep coming back. I guarantee you, you will use something that I've said today. And I will use something that you said. It's a two-way street. I sat here and I listened to the brothers before me, dropping it. I got filled because I was afraid to take a risk. Fear is what keeps us back. Fear. Change, reading from Just for the Day, for the critics of the literature. For the critics of God. The literature comes from God. Criticize the literature, you criticize God. How spotted you got it? You want to own it? I wouldn't want to wear those shoes. We sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understand Him, praying only for knowledge of His will. Only for knowledge of, damn my will. Yeah, damn my will. Praying only for knowledge of His will for me. In the power of the now I'm able to do that. Huh? Or does the fear have me in the grip? I'm in the grip of fear. Am I in the grip of going somewhere that I've never been before? Am I in the grip of truly turning my will and my life over? Truly turn it over. Change. That's what happens through the steps. Change also involves the great source of fear, the unknown. The unknown. What's going to happen? Who am I going to be? How's it going to happen to me? It's what scares me to death. Our higher power is the source of courage that we need to face this fear. It's telling me I need to have God. I need to have God in my life. In the third step, these are my findings. I'm using literature to underscore, to affirm my findings. We may find the willingness to work the third step by remembering where we came from. Okay, that's not that difficult. And believing that where we're going is certain to be quite different. Different. Though we don't know what this difference will entail. We know that it is sure to be better than what we've had in the past. You take your inventory. You ask yourself, have I had enough? Ask yourself, what do I want my relationship to be to the community I live in? It's important questions. We rely on our faith and believe that this decision is one of the best decisions we've ever made. So I'm given the grip of fear. Who am I going to be? You mean get rid of the defects of character? You mean, the defect's going to be there. But we're talking about having some preventive measure. Something that will keep the defects from becoming shortcomings. Two different things. Defects, man. We're talking about ideas and attitudes. Defects. Ideas and attitudes. Shortcomings is when I try to do something stupid that I know I shouldn't do. I'm going to use the NA example. Right? Here's the NA example. Ain't nothing original here. Know what the shortcoming is? When I try to drive the car that only got 3 wheels on it. I ain't got to come up with nothing new. I ain't got to reinvent the wheel. The defect is having a car with the 3 wheels. The shortcoming is trying to drive the damn thing. That's not original. That's not original for me. I don't need to be original. I need to give you a clear definition of shortcoming. The shortcoming is when I can't stop acting out. I can't stop it. I'm not going to beat myself up for my thinking. All right? So now that I'm not doing that, when I give up my defects and shortcomings, when I arrest my defects and prevent my shortcomings, then I'm not who I used to be, man. I'm not who I used to be. I mean, am I going to be corny? Am I going to be able to have a woman? These are questions, y'all. These questions lie at the back of our heads. You know, who am I going to be? Check it out. I'm addicted to certainty. I want to know. I want what I want it. I shoot a bag of dope. I want to get high today, not next week. Smoke some crack today. You want to get high right away within 15 seconds. Not next month, man. Now you're telling me to just go with something that I don't know when it's going to materialize. I don't know what I'm going to be. I don't know how I end up. My God, you're asking too much. This program asks for that. If there's too much, you need to make a serious reevaluation. This is what this program asks for. It asks us to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as you understand Him, not as I understand Him. As you understand Him. Turn it over. Give it up. Living just for the day, we have no way of knowing what will happen to us. You need courage for that. I'm going to close. I got the watch sign. I'm going to give you a here and now hit. Through my prayer and meditation, God told me that I could take a wife. I didn't think I could support another human being. I didn't think I could support me. First, God, let me take care of me. And then God said, go on, take her. I take care of you, haven't I? So I have. I was nervous, and I shared about it. I didn't have enough ends coming in. God sent me another job. God sent me another job in August. After sharing about it, after telling you about my fear, double my income. Doubled it. I didn't just increase it mildly, doubled it. Then God tell me through prayer and meditation, the 17-year-old teenager got sent to me and my wife. Homeless, without a place to live, run out of her last foster home. Somebody in diapers care. Run out of her foster home because they told her that she couldn't practice the type of religion that she practiced in their home. We call that religious persecution. So she come to me and my wife because she said, I think I want to live with y'all because I think, check it out, if you want what we have to offer and you're willing to make the effort to get it. So she comes to us through the lifestyle. I said, man, how am I going to take care of 3 people, 1-bedroom apartment, man? God said, haven't I taken care of you, man? Haven't I done this? God said, go on, man, take her. After my 3rd prayer, I took her into the house. We had a family meeting. I said, we're going to do the best we can. Thank you, God. Last week, I got a phone call. I got a phone call. You didn't hear me say I applied for a job. I got a phone call, and the people say, Ron, we have a job for you. $10,000 more. God say, don't test me, don't question me, do it, and I'll take care of you. With that extra $10,000, I can take care of her. I love God. This is what's been revealed to me. I've come here to share honestly with you. I love you very much. Narcotics Anonymous, I don't want to leave. I'm not planning to leave. I'm sharing with you what I feel. I need people trying to touch and love God. Thanks for listening.